All right, so we're going to keep this one short and sweet. That was, I don't care how anyone puts it, that was an abysmal performance by Liverpool. You take your domination, take your possession domination, take your chance creation, everything like that. We're going to see much more of that while Salah, Mane, and Naby Keita are away at the African Cup of Nations. We're going to see much more of that from Liverpool, but we'll get punished by an opponent that doesn't go down to 10 men, that has better quality in terms of finishing. And they will have better defences as well. When you come up against your likes of your Man City, when you come up against a Chelsea, coming up against a fellow top four competitor in Arsenal, likes of West Ham as well. You're looking at likes of Aston Villa as well under Steven Gerrard doing some serious business in the transfer market right now. Forget about the Carabao Cup, because the Carabao Cup has never ever been an important competition for me. It's not one that I care about. But the fact that we named such a strong lineup against Arsenal and they went down to 10 men, it's the perennial red card that is Granit Xhaka. We went down to 10 men. Sorry, they went down to 10 men. We had 11 men. We already dominated the tie anyway. We were dominating the tie in the second half. And I'll be totally honest with you, Jordan Henderson skied a shot in the 79th minute and I turned it off, because I was just absolutely sick of seeing these chances that we were trying from absolutely stupid positions, and they're either not hitting the target, they're ballooned up in the air, they're going into the stands, all this lot. I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, we do, don't we? We do get it. We've lost Salah to Egypt. We've lost Sadio Mane to Senegal. We've lost Naby Keita to Guinea as well. I do believe it is Guinea. God, if I've got that wrong, it's awful. But even so, like, the rest of the players had enough. Well, there was enough on that starting 11 where I thought, actually, we can go on, maybe get a good couple of goals, and then second leg we can maybe, switch people around. Depending on how serious Klopp wants to take this competition, we might have to field a very similar starting 11 to the one that we put out tonight in case he wants to win it. And it just wasn't happening. Performances weren't good enough, apart from the defence, in terms of defending, and Alisson in goal as well. Fabinho a little bit as well. But in terms of actually moving the ball forward and creating chances, we were all right at that. We weren't too different to what we normally do. But the people that were on the ends of the chances, the likes of Firmino, the likes of Jota, Minamino, subs that might have come on, whatever, it doesn't matter. Couldn't. I mean, there wasn't a shot on target, I don't think, until about, was there a shot on target? Because I can't remember one. There might have been one, maybe two. Each, per side. It's one of those that I was actually thinking it had gone 0-0 that long, and we'd created that many chances, held the possession for that long, that I was getting to the point where Arsenal were going to make it 1-0. That's what I was thinking when Saka went through and Alisson comes rushing out and closes down the space. That could have been very, very different if Alisson doesn't come out as quick. It's one of those things that we are going to see over the next couple of weeks, maybe the next month or two, where we're going to struggle. We will struggle. That is just literal facts of what will happen when we lose the likes of Salah, Mane, Naby Keita. But obviously, most notably, people will say Salah, because he is our main goal scoring threat. Anyway, top scorer in the league, top contributor in terms of goals and assists in the league as well. Never mind other competitions. We miss him massively, obviously, like anybody would. When you miss your top goal scorer, you're gonna miss him. Be like Man United missing Cristiano Ronaldo. I've got to say, it's disappointing, and it was, like I say, at the start of the video I said that this performance was abysmal, and I stand by it, purely because I was expecting a bit of a different starting 11. You go back to the preview I put out earlier today, I was expecting a bit of a I was not expecting a starting 11 that strong, because that's the strongest team that we could have put out instead of Mane and Salah. And I'm not taking any credit away there from Naby Keita, but our midfield normally pretty stacked in terms of options. with the likes of Henderson, Fabinho, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, Thiago, I don't know, Milner, for example, other players that we could put in there. We've got loads more options where you can rotate the midfield and there's not many differences felt. But in the front line, starting 11, who's on the front? Who's the first name on the team sheet in terms of attack? Salah. Second, Mane. Third, between Jota and Fabinho. The other guys have got to step up massively while those guys are away doing their competition in the African Cup of Nations. These guys have to step up. Otherwise, this season will turn from, title challenging, Champions League challenging, maybe even FA Cup challenging, Carabao Cup, whatever. It'll turn from that into being, we're going to be competing for top 4. Is what it is. Might not like it. It's blunt. I don't really care because, what's the point in sugarcoating it? Oh, we created loads of chances. Oh, we missed our luck. No, we're meant to be the better team. We are the better team. Didn't really know it, apart from the fact that we held a lot more possession. We did create a lot of chances. They were down to 10 men. And they actually looked a little bit better in some respects as well. Full credit to Arsenal. They held off our attacks. They created some threatening chances themselves. It's not all good. It's not all good. If I was going to give that entire performance, not individual players, if I was going to give that entire performance a mark out of 10, it's a solid 2. 2 out of 10 performance. Because we should have put that game to bed early. And we didn't. Then you've got a second leg where we might have to field a strong 11. We've got Brentford at the weekend as well. Are we going to field the exact same one that we fielded today? And then expect it to go on and on and on? You know how it goes. Rotation's got to come in somewhere, and I don't know where we rotate. I would be much more interested now in having guys like Cade Gordon come into the side and show how fearless you are. Because you've got nothing to lose by putting in young players and putting them into cup competitions when the guys that have just played in this game, like Minamino, Jota, Firmino, equally all the same, I'm measuring them, not good enough tonight. And they need to improve for the next leg, improve for the next game as well against Brentford, which is not going to be easy. Or you've got these young lads that we can use. Get them in the team, get them experience, because I guarantee you someone like Cade Gordon would give an absolute nightmare to someone like Tierney, purely just out of his fearlessness and his ability to dribble. Might not have the finishing or whatever just yet. He obviously had it against Shrewsbury, different level against someone like Arsenal, but put him in. Because what is he going to offer? What less is he going to offer than what was on show tonight in terms of the front line? I don't see any reason why not just to say, you know what, give him a go. Give him a go and see what happens, because those lads up front were disappointing tonight. Really, really disappointing tonight. I don't want to give any credit to Arsenal's defence or their goalkeeper, because a lot of those saves that Ramsdale made, if he had to make any at all, were TV saves, what people would call TV saves. They saw it when a ball came, I think it got deflected off a defender, and he's diving in the air 20 yards away. The ball's nowhere near, man. But they did well. Arsenal did themselves well. God knows what would have happened if we had to actually play this leg when it was meant to be played, and we got it postponed, and the team that we would have had to play, Arsenal would have destroyed us. They would have. They just would have. That's an absolute fact. They absolutely would have. Don't hold out much hope for the second leg, but I'm not really arsed about that. But this performance and the strength of the team that we selected showed me the concerns that I have with Salah, Mane and Keita going away to the African Cup of Nations, right? And it shows that that's normally a similar sort of team that we would put out in the Premier League and Champions League as well. When we've got these competitions coming up, especially the Premier League coming up against Brentford, a difficult team, a team that we drew 3-3 the last time we played them in the Premier League. They were very difficult for us to play. Really difficult for us to play. You don't think it's going to be the same this time around? Especially after that performance that we've just put in. Brentford will be looking at it like, opportunity knocks twice. Doesn't always knock twice, but when it does, take it. And they'll be looking forward to it much more than we will be. That's all I've got to say on this one anyway. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to bed because that was just absolutely abysmal. Really, really was. Disappointing showing and just not a good way to end the night anyway. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, why do I say that? If you've watched this video and you've liked some elements of it or agree with it, disagree with it, whatever it might be, please feel free. Get your likes, comments or whatever in the comment section below. Please try and keep it civil. If you don't agree with my opinion, that is absolutely, totally okay. We can all have disagreements, but this is just my opinion after watching 80 minutes of that game and deciding to knock it off because I knew it was going to end 0-0 or 1-0 to Arsenal and I didn't want to watch it. How about that? Thanks very much for watching and I'll catch you later.